Hello guys, I am cooking some beef ribs here. I marinated them overnight with some pineapple juice, some garlic, some ginger, and some pepper and some salt, some complete seasoning, some cayenne pepper, basically anything I could find in my cabinet. So what I did was after I marinated them, I put them in a pan and I seared off the meat on each side. And I'm just going to flip them gently. And you're going to see the nice brown color on the meat. Look how nice that looks. That looks great, doesn't it? Okay, so this is my first time making beef ribs. I don't eat pork, so that's why I chose beef ribs. I got these from Aldi's, and it'll be my first time doing this. So hopefully it turns out great. Next, what I'm going to do is put the finished grilled bits inside of this glass dish here and put that off to the side. I'm going to finish up cooking the rest and keep putting them in the glass dish that I had put aside earlier. And then I'm going to start on my next batch of meat. My last batch, I'm going to just sear it off. Now, since this is the last batch, it probably won't be as hot as the other ones. By now, the oil has cooled down and it's not as hot. So you see, I put up my last batch of meat, my last piece of meat. No, I have one more piece of meat here. Two more pieces of meat. Yes, okay. And I'm done. And then I'm going to flip the rest of the meat throughout the cooking process. So I'm just going to flip them gradually, one by one. And just, like I said, I just want to sear them off. Each recipe I looked up to cook beef ribs tell me to sear the meat first so that I can cut down on the cooking process. Because usually the cooking beef ribs takes about 6 hours in a slow cooker. I do have a slow cooker, I just didn't want to take it out, so I decided to use my oven. I do apologize for the my focusing of my camera goes in and out of focus. So I'm so sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna let the beef ribs kind of cook a little bit more. And then I'm going to put the rest off into the glass dish that I set aside earlier. Okay, so I'm just going to let it cook off for a couple more minutes. I'm going to flip them gradually throughout the cooking process just to get through the sides of the meat. Make sure all the sides of the meat are seared off correctly so that each one of it would be cooked through at the end in the oven, because we won't be able to make sure that the meat has crispiness on each side. You want to create a nice foundation for your meat. So now I'm going to grab the glass dish off to the side, and I'm going to put the other pieces of meat in the glass dish one by one. Okay, once I'm done with that, I'm going to top the dish off with some water and the rest of the juice left over in the pan. I'm going to put in about a cup of water to start off, and I'll gradually add more water as I wait for the dish to cook through. It'll take at least 2 hours in the oven to finish thoroughly cooking the beef ribs to be very tender. So at first I will just put a cup of water, and then I'll put another 2 cups of water throughout there just to make sure that the water just stays in the pan and it doesn't evaporate completely. So for here you'll see it's only a little bit of water. That's because I only used the cup. I'm going to turn off the pot here, and we're going to put in the pot in the oven. Next here I have some veggies that I had cut up. I cut up some vegetables, I put in some corn, and I have it stir and frying with some peppers that I cut up earlier, and I seasoned it with salt, pepper, fresh ginger, cayenne, fresh garlic, and a little bit of vinegar at the bottom, not a lot. And that's what I'm going to use to season everything else in this pot. All my measurements will be in the description down below. So you're gonna saute the vegetables very nicely with a little bit of butter, like literally 2 slices of butter. You can add more if you want to. It's very optional. All the seasonings and exact measurements will be linked down in the description down below. After that, after I mix in the 2 slices of butter, I'm just going to continue to gradually saute the vegetables in the pan. Once the vegetables are finished being sauteed, we will plate our dish. And you will see the finished product. Okay, as you can see, this is the finished product with the vegetables and the beef ribs after the 2 hours in the oven. Now I'm going to take my first bite here on camera. And as you can see, I had a hard time getting through the membrane because I was just not prepared for it. But other than that, it was cooked very nicely. It was flavored very nice. Seasoned very well with the salt and pepper. All my exact measurements of how I seasoned the meat will be linked down in the description down below. Please remember to like, comment, and share my video with your friends. As you can see, I'm really enjoying this meat. I keep going back for bite after bite after bite. It's very good. I really enjoyed it. And I hope to do this video again for you. I hope to do another video similar to this again for you guys. Let me know down in the comments if you really enjoyed this video, what you would like to see me cook next. And I'll see you later. See you next.